Hello students, I welcome you for the fourth lecture in analog communication. So before proceeding with the next points, let me first explain or let me first revise the things whatever we have covered up till now. So if we see the syllabus of this chapter, so up till now we have seen the introduction of communication, then elements of communication system, and next point we have to discuss the baseband and carrier communication. But before going to the next point, let me first explain you some basic concepts in the communication or some basic terms which we have to use frequently in the communication. So that point we are going to see today. And in revision we have seen what is the concept of modulation. So I have explained you the concept of modulation with the example that consider that you have to travel from Pandharpur to Solapur. So I hope all of you are clear with the concept of modulating signal, carrier signal. So modulation require two signals. First is modulating signal, which is having low frequency. Modulating signal is also called as the information signal. Then as the speed of modulating signal is less or the frequency of modulating is less, for long distance transmission we are taking help of some another signal which is called as the carrier signal, and obviously the frequency of carrier signal is very high. That's why we are combining modulating signal and carrier signal, and then we are transmitting it through the channel. That is the concept of the modulation. And in modulation, characteristics of carrier signal are changed with respect to characteristics of the modulating signal. So in the example I have explained that you have to travel from Pandharpur to Solapur. That's why the vehicle you will also make that vehicle to travel from Pandharpur to Solapur. So ultimately who is going to control the carrier signal? That is nothing but the modulating signal. So modulation in detail we have to see in the further points. This is just the basic concept of the modulation. So in communication, why the modulation is used? Because we have to transmit the signal from one point to another up to the very long distance. जसा जसा सिग्नल जास्त डिस्टन्सवरती ट्रान्समिट होतो, विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द इन्क्रीजिंग डिस्टन्स त्या सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ कमी होते और एम्प्लिट्यूड ऑफ द सिग्नल इट इज रिड्यूस्ड. सो वी आर यूजिंग द concept of the modulation. So this is the basic concept of modulation. Now we will see some basic terms in communication which we have to use frequently. काही टर्म्स आपल्याला रेग्युलरली यूज करावे लागतात कम्युनिकेशनमधल्या. दॅट टर्म्स विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दिस डिस्क्रिप्शन ॲज वेल ॲज विथ द हेल्प ऑफ डायग्राम्स ऑन पेज आय एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन द बेसिक टर्म्स in the communication. Please try to understand it. So the first term that we are going to see, that is signal. So whenever we have seen the title of the subject, in that point we have explained this concept. Just let us revise that points, though some points are repeated. First term it is signal. So here what is given point for signal? Any audio or video or audio visual generated example cannot be directly transmitted. It first needs to be converted into an electronic form. This electronic form of that information, it is called as a signal. So let us understand that point more in detail. So signal, when we say signals, it is the quantity which is carrying some information. So signal is nothing but it is a quantity which is carrying some information. That is called as the signal, or it is representing some information. कुठल्याही इन्फॉर्मेशनचं ग्राफिकल फॉर्ममधलं रिप्रेझेंटेशन, that is called as the signal. Okay, so this is the basic concept of signal. Then signals are of two types, electrical signal and non-electrical signal. So same explanation was given there. Suppose I have to transmit the voice through the copper wire or through the coaxial cables. I cannot directly transmit the voice through the particular wire. So what I have to do? I have to convert this voice in the form of some electrical signal. See, signals are of two types, electrical and non-electrical signal. मग जेव्हा आपण analog signal, digital signal, that things we are saying, so these are by default coming in the electrical category. पण non-electrical signal म्हणजे काय? Those are, for example, I have given voice is there, videos it is there. So these are the examples of the non-electrical signals. So when the signal has to be transmitted through any channel, first we have to convert that signal into equivalent electrical form. So this thing you understand properly. कुठलाही सिग्नल हा इलेक्ट्रिकल कम्युनिकेशनमध्ये जेव्हा आपल्याला ट्रान्समिट करायचा असतो तो पहिल्यांदा वी हॅव टू कन्वर्ट दॅट सिग्नल इन द इलेक्ट्रिकल फॉर्म. अँड इन इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ सिग्नल्स, analog signal and digital signal. So right now we will not consider about this non-electrical signal more. We will be focusing more on the electrical signal because in our communication mostly we are dealing right now with the electrical signal. मग electrical signal दोन टाईपचे आहेत, analog signal and digital signal. So there are two types in electrical signal, analog and digital signal. So what is the concept of analog signal? So here I have drawn the analog signal. So again if we consider, the signals are studied in two domains. First one it is time domain and another it is the frequency domain. So signal analysis जे होतं कुठल्याही सिग्नलचं ते मेनली दोन डोमेनमध्ये केलं जातं, टाईम डोमेन अँड फ्रिक्वेन्सी डोमेन. बट इन आवर सिलेबस वी आर मोस्टली कन्सिडरिंग द सिग्नल्स इन द टाईम डोमेन. So whatever diagrams we are considering now, those all diagrams are by considering the signals in time domain. मग जेव्हा टाईम डोमेनमध्ये सिग्नल असतो, ॲट दॅट टाईम इट इज हॅविंग टाईम ऑन द एक्स ॲक्सिस. दिस टी इट इज रिप्रेझेंटिंग द टाईम. So time is there on x axis and on y axis it is voltage, or it is also called as the amplitude, and this is the time on the x axis. So each point on this signal, so here it is analog signal. So analog signals, what is its specification? At each point the voltage as well as time value of that signal it is changing instantaneously. म्हणजे ह्या सिग्नलवरच्या प्रत्येक पॉईंटला त्याच्या व्होल्टेज आणि टाईमची व्हॅल्यू काय होते, इन्स्टंटेनियसली चेंज होते. दॅट इज द स्पेसिफिकेशन ऑफ द ॲनालॉग सिग्नल. सो ॲट ईच पॉईंट दीज व्हॅल्यूज आर चेंजिंग कंटिन्युअसली. दॅट इज द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ॲनालॉग सिग्नल. So here if you consider this point, it is, let us say, the amplitude, or this point it is plus 5 volt and here it is minus 5 volt. So here it is 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, 4 volt, here it will be 5 volt. म्हणजे प्रत्येक पॉईंटला ह्याची व्हॅल्यू काय होते, टाईम ॲज वेल ॲज व्होल्टेज इट इज चेंजिंग. दॅट इज द स्पेसिफिकेशन ऑफ ॲनालॉग सिग्नल. Then the next, see, all these notes I am going to provide. So here you will just, I have drawn the just diagrams and the basic things only I am writing here. Notes in detail that will be provided to you. So what is the second type of signal? Digital signal. So what is the concept of digital signal? आता ॲनालॉगमध्ये प्रत्येक पॉईंटला त्याची व्हॅल्यू चेंज होते, बट इन डिजिटल सिग्नल इट इज नॉट द केस. Digital signal is having only two values, 1 and 0, or it is also called as the binary signal. So 1 is representing positive values and this 0 it is representing the negative values. That is the concept of the digital signal. So here this positive half cycle represents 1 and this negative half cycle represents the 0. That's why it is called as the digital signal, which is represented as 1 and 0. That is the specification of analog signal and digital signal. आता आपण digital signal that we will not go in detail, that point are not expected right now, because let me first clear you with the concept of this analog signal, because in analog communication we have to see the concept of analog signal transmission through the channel. So first understand, all of you have understood that concept of analog signal having time on x-axis, voltage on y-axis, and both the values are changing at each point. That is the concept of analog signal. Now the next term we will see. So what is the next term? Next term, it is the amplitude. So if you see the diagram here for that particular point, it is showing the diagram of the analog signal. So which diagram it is shown here? The diagram of analog signal it is shown. So analog signal, it is having two cycles, positive half cycle and negative half cycle. So just see this diagram for 1 minute. I am going to explain it on the page properly. Just have a look at this diagram. So we are considering now the second term, amplitude, and amplitude here we are taking the amplitude with respect to analog signal. So here are the amplitude shown for positive half cycle of analog signal and negative half cycle of the analog signal. So how the amplitude is defined? The maximum displacement of a particle from its mean position, it is called as the amplitude of the sine wave. So let us see this point in detail on paper. I will explain. So when we are saying the amplitude of the signal, so here I have drawn the analog signal. What will be there on x-axis? Time, and on y-axis it will be voltage. So it is positive half cycle and it is the negative half cycle. So when we are considering this signal, analog signal, it is having positive half cycle and negative half cycle. So on this x-axis, t is equal to some values, and for that v value is equal to 0. So on x-axis this t is having some values and the voltage it is going to be 0. At this point t value is different, this point t value is different, here also t value is different, but at each point on this x-axis voltage is equal to 0. And for this positive half cycle, if you consider the voltage, all the voltages will be positive, and for this negative half cycle all the voltages will be negative. So let us say here it is 0, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it will be the maximum distance, or here will be the maximum voltage. So whatever is this maximum displacement, whatever is the maximum displacement of this signal from its mean or on x or from x-axis, that is called as the amplitude of the signal. So try to understand. amplitude कसं डिफाइन करतो आपण? ॲनालॉग सिग्नलमध्ये त्या सिग्नलचं मॅक्झिमम डिस्प्लेसमेंट किती आहे फ्रॉम 0 टू द peak point. Let it be positive peak point or it can be the negative peak point. That distance it is called as the amplitude. Suppose say this signal it is having plus 5 volt. इथं असणारे 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So what is the amplitude of this signal? Plus 5 volt. Here the amplitude of the signal will be same, but just it will be minus 5 volt. So that's why you remember the diagram whatever was shown first. Maximum displacement of the signal from the mean, that is x-axis, that is called as the amplitude of the signal. So it can be positive 5 volt, it can be the negative 5 volt. That is the concept of the amplitude of the signal. So I hope all of you are clear with the second term. Amplitude is representing maximum displacement of the signal from mean or from x-axis. That is the concept of the amplitude of the signal. Then we will see the next term after amplitude. The next term it is wavelength. So let us see what is the concept of wavelength. So along with the frequency, amplitude, signal, wavelength is one more term that you have to use frequently in the communication. So we will consider now what is the concept of wavelength. So here the definition of wavelength is given as: the wavelength of a sinusoidal wave is the distance between two particles having the same amount of displacement and both the points are in the phase with each other. So just I will explain it in the simple words. Wavelength म्हणजे काय? It is the distance between two points which are having same phase, same time period and same voltage. So just have a look for this diagram. I will explain the concept of wavelength. Just see this diagram for 1 minute. What is the concept of wavelength? Whatever are the two points which are having same phase, same time period and same frequency, between that two points whatever is the distance, that is called as the wavelength. Okay, so we will see that what is the concept. Let us first understand now. Here I have drawn the waveform of analog signal. So it is having two cycles, two complete cycles. One cycle is having positive half cycle, negative half cycle. So here I have drawn the two cycles of analog signal. So let us say this is point P. Now phase, one more thing you have to understand. Phase means what? Phase means the angle related to the sine wave. So always remember, phase at the origin is equal to 0. Then at this point the phase is 180, and when the complete cycle is there, the phase it is 360. So remember this point, 0, 180 means one half cycle is having phase of 180 and here also it is 360. So this is having by default 90 degree, it is having 270 degrees. So whatever are these phases, that should be also same for the particular point. Now if we start from this P, what is the next point where the amplitude, time period, frequency of that particular point is same as that of P? If we have to search that point, we will go. So here voltage is less, here voltage is negative. Let us say this is plus 5 volt. So here it is 430. इकडं काय असणार आहेत सगळे voltages. Here all the voltages will be negative. Here again it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and here it will be the point. Let us say this is point Q. So if you see in the diagram, P पासून जर आपण स्टार्ट केलं तर कुठला पॉईंट आपल्याला मिळेल ज्याचे सगळे पॅरामीटर्स हे P सारखे सेम आहेत. So that point is this point Q. So whatever is the distance between this P and Q, that distance it is called as the wavelength. So distance between the points which are having all the same parameters, frequency, phase, voltage, all the parameters should be same, and then it is the called as the wavelength. So this is the concept of wavelength. Again this point if you consider R, and another point if you consider which is having same parameters as R, so that point is nothing but it is point S. So the distance between R and S, that will be called as the wavelength of the particular signal. So this is the third term that we have considered as the wavelength. Then the next term we will see after wavelength. The next term it is frequency. So frequency means what? So frequency, its simple definition is, frequency is defined as the number of waves passing through a single point in per unit time, or you can simply define the frequency as the number of cycles per unit second. So frequency you can define as number of cycles per unit second. So we will see that point. So for that just observe these two waveforms. I am drawing here two waveforms. This is waveform A and let us say this is waveform B. Okay, so I have drawn here two waveforms, waveform A and B. So this waveform, so whatever is the distance from this point to this point, it is called as the time period. Time period means what? One complete cycle of the analog signal, positive plus negative consider करून एखाद्या analog signalचं जे complete cycle येतं, that is called as the period, time period of the analog signal. Now this is sine wave A, this is sine wave B. So in this, if you consider that if these two signals are transmitting along a single channel, which one will transmit fast, A or B? हे distance consider करा. Let us say this is point A and this is, let us say this is point P and Q. Now to pass, if you consider this distance from P to Q, this signal A is completing only one cycle, and in between this P to Q same distance, this signal B, it is completing around the 5 to 6 cycles. Means number of cycles completed by signal B are more for the same duration as compared with the signal A. That's why we can say that frequency of signal A is greater than frequency of signal B. Try to understand. Number of cycles completed per unit second, that is called as the frequency of the signal. So here signal A is completing less cycles, that's why we can say it is having less frequency, and signal B, it is completing more cycle, so we can say the signal B, it is having more frequency as compared with the A. So these two things are important, or this wavelength and frequency are related to each other. आता wavelength चा concept consider करा आणि frequency चा consider करा. What relation you will get between the frequency and the wavelength? If number of cycles are more, this distance will be less. For example, for this wavelength जर मोजायची असेल आपल्याला, so we have to extend it. So let us say ह्या दोन पॉईंट मधले डिस्टन्स म्हणजे ह्याची वेवलेंग्थ असणार आहे, आणि याच्यामध्ये काय होईल, the distance between these two points will be wavelength of this signal B. So which one will have the more wavelength, this or this? So if you have to consider wavelength is having symbol as lambda. So what will be relation between lambda A and lambda B? lambda A ची frequency कमी आहे, म्हणजे lambda A ची frequency of A signal, it is less than frequency of B. That's why wavelength of signal A will be greater than wavelength of the signal B. That is the concept of frequency and wavelength. So these two terms are inversely proportional with each other. Wavelength and frequency, that two terms are inversely proportional with each other, and the relation between F and lambda is given as, so equation is given as C is equal to F into lambda, where C is representing the speed of light in air, and value of C is given as 3 into 10 raised to 8. So F and lambda are given with this relation, C is equal to F into lambda. That is the concept of frequency and wavelength. Both are inversely proportional with each other. That is the fourth term we have seen, wavelength of the particular signal. So frequency is having unit as hertz, wavelength is having unit as meter, and time period is having unit as second. So these are the units of the particular terms that you have to understand. Okay, so that 4 terms we have completed. Now the next term is bandwidth. So the 5th term we will consider bandwidth of the system. आपल्याला कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टीममध्ये फ्रिक्वेंटली हा वर्ड यूज करावा लागतो, bandwidth of the system. So let us understand what is the concept of bandwidth of the system. So bandwidth of a signal is defined as the difference between the highest and lowest frequency carried out by the signal. So whatever is the bandwidth, that is given as